the same reaction though.
I mean, that's the energy.
Okay, we are back and I am with a very special guest. I am with Emmanuel Smith. Do you want to introduce yourself, boss?
Yes, sir. My name is Emmanuel Smith. I'm a singer, songwriter, worship leader, and a mummy's boy. Not in that way, listen, but yeah, I love my mum.
Shout out Mumsy, yeah?
Yeah, definitely, man.
Nice, man. Thank you so much for coming through.
My pleasure.
I know it's a bit of a journey, like with, you know, yourself and even other people coming through. So it's, you know, it's a big thing for me for you to come through and, you know, decide to be on the podcast and, yeah, you know, share your story as well. So, yeah, I'm really excited for this. I know we spoke for a few minutes beforehand. So, I'm really excited to see what you have to say tonight.
I'm excited to be here. Like,
yes, man.
I feel like I've made it, you know. Like, we're here.
We're here, baby.
Started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Yes, man. So, where should we even start, man? Where should we start? Should we start with... So let's start from the beginning, man. Where are you even from? Some people may know about where you're from because we hear a slight, you know, accent right there.
Originally I'm from Ghana.
Yeah.
And since I came to the UK, I've been basically living in South my whole kind of 21 years since I've been here. It's been crazy, but yeah, loving it.
That's good, man. That's good, bro. He's South London, yeah?
South. So I'm not saying which part. You know, there's too much animosity, you know.
Oh my gosh, man. Yeah. So South London. So you were born in Ghana.
Yeah.
And I mean, what was your upbringing like, or let's say even in terms of you becoming a Christian or finding your path with Christ? Where does that all start?
Wow.
Yeah, man, we're going straight in.
Yeah, so I was born into a Christian family.
Yeah.
Like my whole family just, you know, were Christians, churchgoers, all of that kind of stuff. So from a very young age, I was always like interested in the things of God and in church. I remember my mom used to tell me this story where she used to go to this morning devotion around 5 a.m. in the morning.
Wow.
And I should be sleeping. So she would literally, as she's leaving the house, she says she would see me sleeping in the bed. Jeez. And then as she leaves the house, she feels like there's someone walking behind her. And she would turn, there's no one. But the minute she walks into the place, guess who's walking right behind her? Me. So even as a young child, I began to Bible studies with her. So there was this kind of hunger, that desire, I don't know what it was, this curiosity to know more about God and the supernatural and all of that kind of stuff. So even from a young age, I'm trying not to let people see how old I am, but there was this show on TV called Touched by an Angel.
See, I don't think I've watched that.
See, you're making me feel old. But yeah, it's called Touched by an Angel. And basically what happens with this thing is that these angels basically come on the earth and then they kind of take on personalities. And it's at the end of the story that they will reveal themselves, their real selves, to the person that they came here for.
So it's not a show. So is it a movie?
No, it's actually a show. It's like if it was here, it would be like a Netflix series.
Oh, right.
Yeah, literally like every week. And I just love the storylines and when they reveal themselves and you see this white light come around them and the people will be shocked. So I was always kind of interested in the supernatural and Christianity and all of that. So yeah, I would say that's where it really began for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so you just had, you know, you saying that you had that hunger. Do you feel like that developed over the years, or do you feel like, you know, has it always kind of been there, or like how's that journey kind of been? Because of course, like we're definitely going to touch upon the music scene and that. So it's like I'm just trying to figure out the dots because, as I said, I've watched your stuff. We've seen you on The Voice as well. Yeah, man, we've seen you do bits. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
For me, obviously, like I know that you're an anointed singer. When you sing, like really, you feel the presence of God.
Thank you. Thank you.
But more than that is obviously I'm curious, like to know more about you and where did that, you know, the stage before that.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So
like I said, for me, I'm someone that I just wanted to know more about God. So I would be the one that would go to church, speak to the pastors, and I'm asking them questions. Okay, so you're telling me this happened. Why? How? All of these things. So I don't know where it began from, but that curiosity to know more to know deeper. So I'm not just satisfied with just surface level stuff. Like I want to know deeper. I want to go deeper. And I believe it reflects with my songs, my ministrations. Like I need something more than what you're just showing me.
Right.
And I believe that God, has called us for more, and there's bigger things. So for me, I think from that young age, I just wanted to. I was seeing people suffer. I was seeing people go through stuff. So if we say this God is so good, if we say He's powerful, then where is He? So my whole ethos in life and my whole vision in life is that I want to be the channel that connects people back to God, the God of the Bible, if that makes sense. So
Wow. Yeah.
that's
it, man. And so with music now, like, how did you realize that you could sing? Like, how did you know that that's something that, again, I wanted to, go, I wanted you wanted to go into, you wanted to pursue, or you knew that God was calling you towards?
So I come from a musical family. So my granddad from my mom's side passed away, I think a year or two before I was born.
Jeez.
And my mom tells me, and her siblings tell me, that he was a music director.
Okay.
Yeah, so he could play the piano, and apparently he could sing.
He could sing.
So like it was weird. So when he passed and I was born, apparently one time my aunties were sitting down and they were talking, and I was sitting there as a child, just very young, and they were crying and saying, "Oh, they missed their dad." And apparently I turned around to them and I said, "I'm not gone, I'm here." How scary is that? Yeah. So I mean, it's almost like when they see me do what I'm doing, it reminds them of him, because he was a worshiper, he was a musical man, and out of all the siblings, they see me do what he was doing before. So yeah, not to scare people, like not reincarnation and all that kind of stuff, none of that. So from that young age, I used to gather my friends in the community in Ghana. So what we used to do in Ghana, we used to have these broomsticks, not the ones which is fly on, but the normal broomsticks. And I'll call my friends and we would take all these cooking pots, and I would take that broomstick, and that would be my mic stand.
Jeez.
So they will be playing, will be making so much noise, and I'll be the lead singer. So from that young age, I feel like I thought we were playing.
Right.
Until obviously I started. Now, when I look back, and unless I go to a place to minister and they give me a mic stand, it just takes me back to that moment, man. That wow, God was actually preparing me for what I'm doing now. So music, literally, I think I just had a love for it. I never thought it would be what would take me around the world. But yeah, it's been something that I think I was doing casually until like 2008 when I started taking it serious.
Okay, so it's been a minute. It's been
It's been a long time.
It's been a minute. Wow, that's amazing, man. So, I guess I'm going to touch upon. I said I spoke about it earlier. Or touched upon it earlier, but I know that you went on The Voice and you went quite far on that. What inspired you to just go on there? Like, because what I liked about what you did there is you sang Christian songs as well. So I know for the semi-final, you made a way, innit?
So for the knockouts was You Made a Way.
You made a way. So was it just one of those things that, I wanted to just jump on and see where it gets me, or?
Yeah, so anyone that knows me, I'm not just satisfied with singing at the biggest platforms in church. I want to take this to the world.
Right.
So like any singer, I would watch X Factor, I would watch The Voice, and I'd be like, one day I want to be on a show like this.
Right.
And I tried in 2015. They said nope.
They said no?
Yeah, trust me. Like, people think that you just audition on, when they see us on the TV.
On TV and that.
Nah, there's production auditions before you make it to that TV one.
Geez, so there's quite a few stages before.
There's a lot of stages, like 3-4 stages before you even make it to the TV one. So 2015.
Why did they say no? Just it wasn't the right fit kind of thing.
Yeah, and it was like, no. I said, wow. And I tried for The Voice that same year, 2015. They too said no. I said, wow. Jeez. Then 2017, I tried again for The Voice. They said no. Tried for X Factor. And this time I actually went through the stages and got to the day where the judges were actually there. Simon Cowell was there.
Right.
Nicole Scherzinger, all of these people were there. And then I was there for, I think, 11 hours.
11 hours?
Yeah, because we queued from early morning.
Jeez.
And they came to me and they were like, there were a few of us left, and they said, the judges are tired. There's not enough time to see them. So literally, that's it.
That's it.
Not even come back tomorrow. That's it. So I went through all those stages for nothing. Wow. And I remember that day I was so upset.
Annoyed, yeah.
Felt so down. This was 2017. So I came home and I remember I prayed a prayer and I said, God, I believe I'm supposed to be on one of those shows. But clearly this happening is just putting me down. So I'm not going to go and audition no more.
Right.
If you really want me to be on any of those shows, then let them reach out to me.
Right.
Fast forward 1 year later, I get an email from The Voice. I get an email from X Factor. And they said, we've been watching your stuff. We want you to come and audition. And even that, I thought it was the straight TV one. No, I still had to go through the stages until finally I made it The Voice. And I remember that audition was just crazy. So much happened the day before. And my mom struggled with my sister just to get there that day. So I remember when I was going on the stage, I was like, God.
Where is it based? Is it still in like London or?
In Manchester.
Manchester, wow.
So yeah, in Manchester, and then the live shows, the knockouts was filmed in London.
Okay.
Like the beginning auditions, all of that was in Manchester. So imagine them struggling to get there. We get then the stage. So they basically tell you, you walk onto the stage, wait for 20 seconds, and then the music starts to play.
Right.
Now that 20 seconds felt like 3 days because you literally walk in on the stage, the whole room is quiet because everyone's waiting.
Everyone's waiting.
The room is dark, the lights are off, and you can see the back of the chairs.
Jeez.
And the chairs look huge.
Yeah. They look huge on TV as well, man.
Bro, the chairs. So I remember walking on that stage and my heart was beating and I said...
Not just that, it's the fact that if I sing and they don't turn, that's just so peak.
And they tell you literally, like you walk in from the left and you stand on the stage and they tell you, so if no one turns for you, you walk off to the right. And what people don't understand is people say, oh, it's fakes, all of that. From what my experience with The Voice, we didn't get to see the judges before we even got on stage.
So it's right.
So that means that if no one turns for you, you didn't get to meet them at all.
So that's it.
That's it. So all you came, you literally saw the back of the chairs. You didn't even get to see their faces, bro. Like, that's deep. So I literally said to myself, like, this could either go really well or terrible.
Yeah.
But I'm here, so I'm just going to go for it.
Right.
And one disclaimer as well, like when people watch you on TV, they hear when the judges click the thing, they hear, it doesn't sound like that. They edit that sound in there. Because imagine you're singing and you hear, it can put you off. Like,
of course, yeah.
So I remember.
I didn't think about that.
Literally. So I think about 3 weeks before it happened, I was in Ghana. And anyone that knows Ghana's famous for prophets.
Okay.
Prophets that will tell you what you did yesterday. They will tell you the car you drive. They will tell you your address. Like, that's how deep their gifting is in Ghana.
Right.
So imagine I go to Ghana because I was rejected 2015, 2017 on The Voice and X Factor. I didn't tell no one this time when I was auditioning because I didn't want to have to tell them, oh, I didn't get through and all of that kind of stuff. So I don't tell no one I get to Ghana. One of my friends is like, oh, I got this prophet friend. I want you to go sing at his church. So I'm like, oh, all right, whatever. So I go sing at the guy's church and then he's prophesying to someone, telling them their name, telling them stuff. So I'm sitting there blown away. I'm like, this is weird. So I'm like, God, if he's real, let him prophesy to me. So then the minute I say that, within 20 seconds, he's like, you stand up. I'm like, yo. They're literally, he's like, all right, there's a lot of things I want to say to you, but I don't want to say it in front of people. So see me after church. So after church, I go to see him. He's like, oh, I'm in a hurry to go home. So come to my house tomorrow.
Wow, okay.
And that was the last day in Ghana for me for that time. So I was like, I want to spend my last day in Ghana going to someone's house. Like, I want to be out chilling, eating. So he said, come in the morning. So I'll go in the morning, bro. As we're sitting here talking, that's how we were talking.
Right.
And then he's like, oh, yeah, I see you singing. and I see 4 judges turning around for you.
No way.
Honest to God, like I can literally hold the Bible and literally, like, obviously we're not allowed to swear, but yeah, literally, no word of a lie. He told me, I see you singing and I see 4 judges turning around for you. And my mind just kept talking as if like you didn't just say something crazy to me. So I was like, what did you just say? And he said, yeah, I see you singing and I see 4 judges turning around for you. And one of the guys on there is going to really like you.
And you didn't tell anyone
so
what was happening?
No, so I came back from Ghana.
Right.
And one of my close friends, Ben, they call him PB now, I spoke to him and I said, bro, I went to Ghana and guess what this prophet said to me? And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah. Can you believe? A few days later, I was walking with him when The Voice called me, because that time I hadn't even made it to the TV audition.
Right.
And they called me and said, you've made it to the TV audition.
Jeez.
So then as I'm on stage and I'm singing and I see Jennifer Hudson turn around, I'm like, then I remember the prophecy that 4. So I kept singing. So if people watch the video, at the last bit, I just closed my eyes, sang the last few notes. And when I opened my eyes, I saw that all 4 had turned around for me. That was crazy.
Wow.
Honestly. So yeah, don't want to, talk too long. But yeah, that was my experience with The Voice, and I loved every bit of it.
Yeah. Do you feel like you learned a lot in that process? Because obviously, it's not a Christian show per se, but the people there, they've got experience in the music industry and everything like that. So do you feel like there's certain things that you experienced there that you was able to take away with you and, implement and all that stuff?
I think,
your mentor was will.i.am.
Yeah. So no shade to some of us in church. Remember I said some of us, I didn't say all of us.
Big disclaimer there.
Yeah. No matter how terrible someone is at singing, at church we'll be like, wow.
Yeah.
Amazing, oh my God, wow, I feel the anointing. I'm not saying everyone does it, but it can happen.
Right.
But on a show like that, if you can't sing, they're telling you straight that you can't sing. So for me to get as far as I did on the show, it gave me so much confidence in the gift that God has given to me. Like, not just the anointing, but also the skill. So that gave me confidence. And also, like you said, before I went on the show, people were like, yeah, Christians, what's a Christian doing on a show like that? Because they don't even allow you to sing gospel. And I kept telling them that, listen, my story is going to be different. I know what's happened before, but I'm going to be different. And lo and behold, when the night came and I sang Made a Way, I remember that video just went viral.
Yeah.
Because people were like, you went on that show and you sang Made a Way.
Because they wouldn't have known that song at all.
They didn't know it.
Yeah.
They didn't know it. And I remember, so this is what happens is that The Voice will give you a list of songs that they want you to sing. And then they'll say you to bring some songs that you want to do.
Right.
And then they'll pick the top 2.
Oh, is it? So would they just pick the top 2, or would you have to kind of quickly sing the songs?
No, they'll just pick the top 2.
Right, okay.
Literally. So, like, most of the time, the songs you add don't get
make
to the top 2. They know what they want you to sing, kind of thing. So I remember I would sing a lot of gospel songs, and then I sang, even Tasha Cobb's song that she did with Nicki Minaj, sang a few songs, and then the top 2 came, and it was a song called Make It Rain, soulful song, not Lil Wayne's one.
Right.
And then Made a Way.
Right.
So even I was shocked that Made a Way was on there, because they don't know the song.
Right.
So what happens is that then we'll do a VT where we basically go into a room. The only person that will know the song is the person playing the piano, because he has to learn it to do an a cappella with you. Right. So I remember I walk into the room now, and the year before, when X Factor rejected me, the day of the judges, one of the judges was Nicole Scherzinger. Right. And now will.i.am brings his special guest, and who is it? Nicole Scherzinger. Did she remember? No, she didn't even get to see me that day. Right. So it's like God had done it in a sense of a full circle. I didn't get to see her on X Factor, but then now I got to sing in front of her. So it's like, when I walked in the room and I saw her, I was like, oh my God, like, this is crazy. Like, I genuinely wanted to sing in front of her on the X Factor, and now I get to do it now. So I walk into the room, and, you you've got the lights, everything, and Will.i.am is sitting there, she's sitting there, and the piano guy is sitting there. So then Will's like, okay, what song are you gonna sing first? Then I'm like, the Make It Rain one. So I sing that, and they're like, yeah, really love it. That's amazing. Da, da, da. She also tells me, gives me her feedback. Then they're like, okay, so what song are you gonna sing next? And I'm like, Made the Way. They're like, huh? What song is that? Then I said, oh, it's a gospel song by Travis Green. They're like, who's that? And I'm like, he's a gospel artist. So they had no clue. So I literally had one opportunity to sell this. So I remember the guy on the piano starts playing. I just closed my eyes.
That's it.
And I just went, standing here, not knowing how we'll get through this test.
Jeez.
But we're holding on to faith we know best. 'Cause everything we need you supply. You've got this figured out. Watching us and you made a way.
Come on.
When our backs were against the wall. And it looked as if it was over. So I finished singing.
It's giving me shivers, man. Whoa, give me a sec.
So literally, I finished singing it, and the whole room was silent.
Silence. Wow.
So in my head, I was thinking, like, have I done something wrong? Like, what's going on? And then Nicole Scherzinger is like, can I get a tissue?
Right.
So I thought, because obviously they have makeup on, the lights, she's sweating. So I thought she just wiping her sweat. No, she was crying.
Girl was crying, Jeez.
And she was wiping tears away. So even the whole room were looking at her like,
what's going on?
So that's when Will.i.am finally spoke up, and he's like, for a song that we've not heard before, we believed everything you sang.
Wow.
And so I didn't even have to say, that's the song I want to do.
The
whole room was like,
they didn't have to say it.
That's the song.
Wow.
Literally.
Bro, what I love about that as well is that, there's something that, she wasn't crying for no reason. Yeah, your voice is lovely, but the words are deep as well, man.
Deep,
so,
bro.
And this is the thing. I searched it up before you came here.
Yeah.
I think it has 8.4 million.
Yeah.
8.4 like 8.4 million views. People watched that, and like it planted a seed, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That those words and what it planted a seed, even if they didn't want to hear it. So that's what I like about. That's what I love about this is like, some people, because when they get on a platform like this, they feel like sometimes maybe they have to compromise just to get to that. Yeah. But actually, it's a testament of,
It really is. And I think what it is as well is that when you go into a place that you try to force Christ upon people, they will reject it. But when you go, you're always laughing, you're always smiling, you're always positive. People just gravitate towards you and be like, what is it that you have that's always making you smile? So for the other contestants that went a year after I'd gone on, they would message me and be like, whatever impact you made there, like they keep talking about you, even behind, like the producers talk about you. Like, it's like, what did you do? And I said, I was just myself. I just was positive. I was making people laugh.
Wow, that's a great testimony, bro.
Like, your life is a message, not just you speaking, your lifestyle. So honestly, I just feel like the way we talk must match what we say.
100%. It is such a powerful tool. As you're saying, we can say so many things, but imagine you're saying something and your lifestyle is a bit higgy-hagga. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's not, but it's not going to work. But when they're both aligned, it can be such a powerful thing. Yeah. And I guess that allows me, I'm just looking at the time, I wanted to touch upon just worship as well, because for me, my understanding, and I'd love to know your perspective just in the next few minutes, is, worship is not just singing as well. It's a lifestyle. And I like that you touched upon, my lifestyle, your lifestyle, it has to be aligned. Yeah. So like, what would you say worship is to you? Like, or is that something that you would agree with in terms of,
Yeah. So I believe, like, as we say, it's a lifestyle. For me, it's not just a lifestyle, it's a culture.
Right.
It's a language. The reason why I say that is that I can walk into a mosque right now. but I won't be able to worship like they do because I don't understand that culture. I don't speak that language.
Right.
So for me, worship is intimate.
Right.
You know, you have to understand who you're worshiping.
Right.
Reason being, if you don't know who you worship, that's why Jesus, when he met the woman at the well, he said, you worship who you don't know. But this is the time that God is looking for those who will worship him in spirit and in truth. In spirit is a location.
Right.
In truth is basically the truth of who God is.
Right.
So for me, music, I hear a lot, worship is not all about music, but let's be real. All these secular artists, they're not winning souls by preaching to them.
Yeah.
They're using music.
Yeah, that's
so let's
true.
not dim down what music is. It may not be the fullness of what worship is, but it plays a pivotal role.
Yeah.
Lucifer was one of the angels that was allowed to walk the face of the throne of God. He had that privilege. Why? Because he was the worship leader in heaven.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like worship is a lifestyle, is a language. It's also coming to a place of humility. For me, worship is all about humility because you must worship someone or something that is beyond you.
Right.
No one's going to worship their servant. The servant worships their master.
Right.
So worship is also placing yourself in a place of humility. So for me, it's like all these things come together to make it. That's why it's like if I'm in a church and I'm leading people in a time of worship or a time of music, I shouldn't have to say, lift up your hands. I shouldn't have to say, go on your knees. When you know the God you serve, when you know how he is, you can be so overwhelmed by his presence that you just, no one has to tell you. You just go flat on your face. You just go on your knees. You just lift up your hands because your body is responding to
That's powerful,
what the spirit is feeling. So the spirit cannot do something different. The flesh do something different. Our bodies must respond.
Right.
That's why when the police are arresting someone, they say, put your hands up.
Right.
Where I can see them. So sometimes the Holy Spirit needs to arrest some of us because some of us are too stiff.
Bro, for
when
real.
It comes to, you'll be on stage, you're sweating, you're jumping around, someone's just casually looking at you like,
crazy.
Right, what time are you going to finish? So yeah, worship for me is the way we live.
Right.
There's intimate worship. There's even broken worship. Like the woman with the alabaster box. So you don't only worship when your life is perfect. You don't only worship when you feel like, I'm walking in alignment with God. You also worship like the woman that, Jesus said, the food cannot be given to the dogs. She said even the dogs get the crumbs.
They get the crumbs, yeah, man.
Come with your crumbs.
Wow.
Worship, even if your worship is the little crumbs. Sometimes we look at some of these amazing worship leaders or gospel artists, we're like, wow, these ones are deep. God definitely loves their worship. But even if theirs is the bread, bring your crumbs.
Maybe that's the YouTube title. Come with your crumbs.
Come with your crumbs. This is a message.
It's a message,
This
bro.
is a message. My God, I'm going to take this. You see, I love the Holy Spirit because I never thought about this.
Yeah, that's
But
powerful,
no matter
man.
how your worship is, whether it's the bread or the crumbs,
come still.
Come, he gonna take.
Here you go. I love that, bro. So I guess we're gonna finish up, but this is something that I'm starting to like to do. But I'm gonna put you on the spot, and I want us to finish off with just a little something that you can give to us, bro. Is that something that you'll be happy to do?
I'm happy to do that.
Come on, man. Come on. I know you've got the guitar there.
Yes.
So I'm gonna grab that. Yeah, go for it. Man, come with the crumbs, You all good? Cool. Wow, man, it's a lovely guitar.
It's a Taylor.
It's nice, man. Really, really nice. Is this the one that you carry with you all the time, or?
Yeah. So usually, I have one guitar at home.
Yeah.
No, actually, I have two guitars at home. So there's one in my bedroom.
Right.
Easy when I need to worship God intimately, and there's one in my car.
Right.
Which is usually this one, so that I can.
Let's get that going.
Yeah. So there's usually one in my bedroom, like I said, for my intimate time with God. There's one usually in my living room,
right?
So that I can, and it's spontaneous. Sometimes you be there, you get an idea for a song, and there's one in my car because I feel like you always gotta be ready,
right, feel like this thing is dodgy. 1 sec. Yeah, I think
we're good now.
Yeah, we're good.
Standing here, not knowing how we'll get through this test, but we're holding on to faith we know best. 'Cause nothing can catch you by surprise. You've got this figured out 'cause you're watching us now. See, when it looked as if we can win, you wrapped us in your arms and stepped in.
Oof.
Now everything we need you supply. Your grace was strong enough to pick us up, and you made a way. When our backs were against the wall and it looked as if it was over, you made a way. And we're standing here only because you made, Lord, you made a way. When our backs were against the wall,
yes, Lord,
and it looked as if it was over, you made a way, yeah. And we're standing here only because you made. It says now we're here, looking back on where we've come from.
Come on.
Because of you and nothing we've done to deserve the love and mercy you've shown. Your grace was strong enough to pick us up, and you made a way. Whoa, when our backs were against the wall and it looked as if it was over, and you made a way. And we're standing here only because you made
Wow. Bro, that was beautiful, man.
Thank you.
That was beautiful, man. Oh, man. I was really trying not to sing. Bro, I need to try and find the video.
You were auditioning to be my BV, yeah?
Listen, it will never happen. It will never happen. You know, the men in our church had to lead a service.
Yeah.
And they made me sing this song.
No way.
And it was terrible. So I was enjoying the song, but I was also getting flashbacks. But bro, that was beautiful, man. For a big guy, how can you sing so high, bro?
Do you know?
How does it work?
You know, it's funny you should mention that. There was a time that one guy that I know, he messaged me this person. He said, bro, your voice doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, bro.
And he said, no, don't take it in a bad way. I mean, as in like, your voice is just raw, but at the same time, you can do these things with your voice. And that's honestly, it's God.
Wow.
It's God, yeah.
Wow, that was beautiful, man. That's a perfect way to end that,
Thank you.
Guys, obviously, like in the video, I put his tag on his Instagram tag, but please make sure to check him out, follow him as well. Have you got YouTube page as well?
Yeah, got YouTube page as well.
Yeah, check that out as well. But bro, it was honestly a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming through, man. And hopefully we're able to do this again at some point. We'll see.
Definitely. Listen, guys, like, just make sure you're following this stuff, because some of the artists you're going to be seeing here, I mean the top, the creme de la creme are going to be coming on here. So let's support my brother for what he's doing, encourage him, push him, and we know that we're going to be seeing great content It's about time.
That's it, bro. We need to put the UK on the map, man. And
let's do that.
You know, we need to build the kingdom of God together. That's what I'm saying. I love that I'm able to collaborate with so many different people and really just speak about the gift and what they've been doing and their journey as well. So let's see what happens. 2024 is going to be a big one for us, man.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Thanks, guys. Until next time.